Welcome back, guys. It's Maury, and today we are taking a look at how to win when you have bad teammates. Now, we all know when you start climbing ranks that you're going to encounter your fair share of bad teammates. What we're going to do in this video is break down the different types of bad teammates that you may come across and what some effective strategies are to help you carry them to the win. Let's dive in. So the first bad teammate that you're going to encounter in ranked, especially in low elo, is the new player. Now, even though you have to get to level 20 in order to queue up for ranked, a lot of the new players in the game still don't understand the concepts, the basic principles of playing Valorant by the time they actually get there, which is why they end up in iron, bronze, silver. If you find yourself getting matched with these teammates, what you can actually do, rather than having a go at them when they do something stupid, because that's only going to rattle their confidence, making them miss more shots and sit further back, not entering into sights, not holding the angles that you need to, what you can actually do is really pump them up. If they get a kill, you say, you played that fantastic. All of a sudden, they start to feel great about themselves, their confidence builds, they'll start hitting more shots, and ultimately help you get closer to that win. So always encourage. If the team gets absolutely smashed in a round, say, no worries, guys, we've got the next one.
Good try, good try. That was fully go, so good kill was big.
Don't worry about it, Phoenix.
It's fine, it's eco, it's eco.
You can pump them up, get them motivated. You're essentially a cheerleader for the team, helping everyone's mental state feel really good, supported, and you don't want anyone feeling negative or upset because they're just going to play worse. So basically, pump your team up, make them feel good. If they do something dumb, you could say, hey, you should try lifting your crosshair a little bit. You could say, hey, you should try standing here rather than there in that situation. And then you're giving them positive feedback that they can implement on the next round, helping you win that. The next bad teammate that you're likely to encounter is a thrower. Now, this is a person that feels the team has not done the correct thing every single time, has become tilted or toxic, and is threatening to throw the match. Now, what can you do to combat this? You may think, well, I can't control their personality, their mindset. You really can through a few different strategies. Let's say that you have 5-man pushed A site 2 rounds in a row and you've got absolutely cleaned up both times. This person is starting to blame you, saying you're not trading my kills. One thing that you can actually do is start to bait this person. If you know that they're going to push in aggressively, they may not clear corners, and then they're going to turn around and blame you for not trading, you can follow them straight up and play off their contact, which is where the second they shoot, you swing and go for the kill. You may save their life or you may trade them. Either way, the person is going to start to think that the team overall is playing better, when in reality, you've changed your gameplay to suit this person who is playing far too aggressive. Another strategy could be that you say, we've pushed this same angle 5 rounds in a row, it's not working. Why don't we try this? And you suggest a default, which is where everyone stands at different positions on the map, waiting for enemies to push out and trying to get a pick. That turns the round in your favor, and all of a sudden you have a numbers advantage and you can play off that. Switching up the tempo, and a toxic player, the thrower, is going to start to think that the team is playing better. No thrower ever queues up into a match intending to lose the game unless they're specifically D-ranking, but most throwers are actually just kind of weak mentally and start to crack the shits like a spoiled child when things aren't going their way.
Plant the bomb, man. Plant the bomb.
Yup. We got no control.
Wow, you're actually throwing. You guys are throwing your own elo.
So by adapting your playstyle, changing up the way the team is playing to suit this one person can actually change their mentality, get them back in the game, and help you win more rounds. Simply suggesting that, guys, we're not out of this yet. We should try this. We just need to win this next 2 rounds, then we're back in it. They're almost broke. We're starting to change the tide. All of these things are going to be positive mental that will actually help the team get rallied and start to have a winning boost. The third bad teammate that you're likely to encounter is a good player who is having a bad day. We've all seen it where someone who normally is popping off going +10 finds themselves going -10. They're questioning everything they're doing, from crosshair placement to positioning. You see them running while they're taking their shots. They're starting to go into panic mode and survival mode because they know the rest of the team is looking at them, even if they're not saying it, going, "You're the reason we're losing this match." What you can do to actually turn that person around and get them from -10 to break even, helping you turn around the tide and actually start winning those rounds to come back and win the match, is essentially boosting their mindset. Now, just like the thrower, what we need to do is basically throw compliments at them every single time they do something well. You need to get this person hyped, get this person out of a scarcity mindset of sitting back, trying not to die because they don't want their KD to get any worse. What you actually need to do is start pumping them up so they start feeling confident to hold crossfires with you, to smoke off sections of the map, get you that information. Even if they're not top fragging, they can give you vital information just by having a strong mindset. The next thing to ask yourself is, are you as good of a teammate as what you actually think you are? Now, we all think that our playstyle was the right play each time. And the reason we think that is because that's what we opted to actually go ahead and do. We wouldn't have done it if we didn't think it was the right play. However, just because we thought it was the right play doesn't mean it actually was. So some things that you can ask yourself or question as to whether or not you are playing as a good teammate are things as simple as, if no comms are being said in the team at all, are you picking up the IGL and starting to in-game lead, actually directing teams and saying, hey, why don't we try this? Why don't we have one person lurk A and 4 push B slowly? Then we can get that one person who is lurking to kill anyone rotating to the other side that are not checking proper angles. You could question, hey, am I just randomly rolling around after my team going for kills, or am I actually communicating with them and saying, hey, Phoenix, can you flash on 3? Then we'll both peek this person together, rather than peeking one after the other, not communicating at all, and the other person getting both kills. Finally, the ultimate goal of playing competitive Valorant is to rank up, and that means self-improvement overall. Sometimes you can get tilted and forget about your own gameplay and performing well yourself because you are so fixated on what your teammates are doing wrong. And you may think, well, they're costing me the match, which is ultimately affecting my rank. But let's face it, if you're playing consistently well, focusing on everything you need to do, from communication to crosshair placement to positioning to are you supporting the team and actually setting these plays up with the team, if you do all of that, even if you lose, you're going to lose minimal RR. And if you win, you are going to gain a lot of RR. Meaning that over time, even with the losses and the bad teammates, if you simply try to focus on your own gameplay and your own support when it comes to the team, you will move up and you will advance. So that is my ultimate tips and tricks for dealing with bad teammates.